to shift gears. He takes Nabi to the cleaners with a 4-6 for sequence in the 5th over. The momentum shifts instantly. When he cracks Kuldeep Yadav over wide long off for a maximum, he brings up a brilliant half-century in just 30 balls. He looks set for a massive score, but Kuldeep gets his revenge. A clever delivery pushed away from the swinging arc forces Salt to hole out for 63 off 38. And this is where it gets interesting. The DC spinners, Kuldeep Yadav and Aksa Patel, start tightening the screws. Aksa delays his own entry until the 10th over, a tactical move against the left-handed Devduta Padikkal. It works perfectly as Padikkal is caught at long on. Tim David tries to break the shackles, launching a massive 6 off Njidi that has Kohli cheering from the dressing room. He races to 26 off 15, but Aksa plays the killjoy again, inducing an edge to short third. The middle and death overs become a struggle for RCB. Rajat Patida falls for just 8, and Shepherd is trapped leg before by Kuldeep for 1. Let that sink in for a moment. RCB goes 25 balls without a single boundary. Jitesh Sharma finally finds the rope in the 18th over, but the final 2 overs yield 0 boundaries. RCB finishes on 175 for 8, a total Faf du Plessis believes is at least 10 runs short. Now, here is what happened when DC started their chase. If the first innings was about spin, the start of the second is a masterclass in swing bowling. Bhuvneshwar Kumar turns the game into a test match. With 2 slips in place, he is unplayable. He traps Pathum Nissanka in the first over with a booming in-swinger. In his next over, he goes bang-bang. Karun Nair is caught at deep third, and then Samir Rizvi is undone by a perfect outswinger, brilliantly caught by a diving Jitesh Sharma. DC is reeling at 18 for 3. But the drama is far from over. KL Rahul and Tristan Stubbs join forces for a rescue mission. Rahul is in sublime touch, especially against Josh Hazlewood, whom he flicks for a massive 6. Rahul smokes 22 runs off 10 balls against Hazlewood, maintaining the best head-to-head record against the Aussie in T20 history. He reaches 57 off 34 before Krunal Pandya darts one in at 103 km/h to dismiss him. With Rahul gone, the responsibility falls on Tristan Stubbs. He is patient, reaching 18 off 17 before accelerating. He finds support in Aksa Patel, who contributes 26 before retiring hurt. The equation comes down to 42 runs needed off 25 balls. Bhuvneshwar and Hazlewood return with lethal wide Yorkers and reverse swing, pushing the required rate up. Stubbs breaks the tension with a 6 off a Bhuvneshwar slower ball, his first boundary after facing 40 deliveries. But the real story is the 20th over. DC needs 14 runs. Rajat Patida hands the ball to Romario Shepherd. Miller misses the first, Stubbs takes a single on the second. 13 needed off 4. This is where Shepherd cracks. He misses his Yorkers, and Miller punishes him, 6-6, for a full toss swatted over mid-wicket, a wide half-volley biffed over extra cover, and a final flick to the mid-wicket fence. Game over. This win is massive for Delhi Capitals. It proves they have the finishing power even when the top order collapses. For RCB, it's a tough pill to swallow. Their death bowling, particularly the decision to give Shepherd the final over more experienced options, will be under the scanner. Bhuvneshwar Kumar's figures of 3 for 26 are world-class, but they aren't enough to stop the Miller storm. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every controversy. Now, let us know in the comments, do you think Rajat Patida made the right call by giving Romario Shepherd the final over? Or should someone else have bowled that crucial set of 6? Tell us which IPL team you think wins the title this year. To summarize, RCB posts 175, Bhuvneshwar rips through the top order, but KL Rahul, Tristan Stubbs, and a redemptive David Miller ensure DC takes the points. This victory keeps DC alive and kicking, while RCB suffers their first home loss of the season. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind as we analyze the updated points table and playoff scenarios. Is this the birth of India's scariest new finisher? Imagine this. It is the final over at the iconic Eden Gardens. The equation is simple but nerve-wracking, 14 runs needed off 6 balls. The crowd is deafening. Vibe of Aurora is steaming in. On strike is a 21-year-old playing only his third IPL match. Most fans had already written off the Lucknow Super Giants, given they were reeling at 128 for 7 just moments ago. But what happens next is nothing short of a cricketing miracle. A helicopter shot that would make MS Dhoni proud, a flat-batted slice over cover, and a heart-stopping last-ball scamper. Did we just witness the greatest IPL chase of 2026? Stay tuned, because the story of Mukul Choudhary and how he stunned the Kolkata Knight Riders is a script even Bollywood couldn't write. Welcome back to Sports Review. Today we are breaking down Match 15 of IPL 2026, a high-stakes encounter between KKR and LSG. Heading into this game, Kolkata Knight Riders were desperate to climb out of the bottom half of the points table, sitting at a lowly 9th position. On the other hand, LSG were looking to break into the top 5. With the Eden Gardens pitch showing signs of sluggishness, every run was worth its weight in gold. Kolkata Knight Riders started their innings with a bit of a shock. Finn Allen fell early, dismissed for just 9 runs, but the dismissal was clouded in controversy. Digvesh Reddy took the catch at deep third, and while the umpires gave it out, replays later suggested his foot might have touched the boundary rope. Let that sink in for a moment, a massive moment that could have changed everything early on. However, the veterans stepped up. KKR captain Ajinkya Rahane and the young Ankush Raghuvanshi stitched together a brilliant 84-run stand. Rahane was in vintage touch, scoring 41 off 24 balls, while Raghuvanshi recovered from a slow start to smash 45 off 33. At the end of the power play, KKR looked set for a massive total. But here is the twist. The LSG spinners, M. Siddharth and Roddy, strangled the scoring in the middle overs. The pitch slowed down, and suddenly, boundaries dried up. KKR went a staggering 31 balls without a single boundary. It looked like LSG had them on the ropes when Avesh Khan cleaned up Rinku Singh. And this is where it gets interesting. Rovman Powell and Cameron Green decided to take the game deep. They put on an unbeaten 70-run partnership for the 5th wicket. Powell was the aggressor, finishing with 39 off 24 balls, while Green chipped in with 32. They dragged KKR to a competitive 181 for 4. Chasing 182, LSG got a brisk start with 41 runs in the first 4 overs, but Vibe of Aurora struck back, removing both Mitchell Marsh and Aiden Markram. The LSG middle order, featuring stars like Nicholas Pooran and Rishabh Pant, struggled against the steepling bounce of the Eden track. Enter Ayush Badoni. While others struggled, Badoni played a calculated innings of 54 off 34 balls. He was smart, avoiding risks against a returning Sunil Narine, who finished with incredible figures of 1 for 13 in his 4 overs. But when Badoni fell in the 16th over, LSG looked completely buried at 128 for 7. The win probability for KKR at that stage was a massive 86%. LSG needed 54 runs off the final 24 balls. It seemed impossible. But Mukul Choudhary had other plans. He started slowly, scoring just 2 runs off his first 8 balls. But then, the carnage began. He targeted Kartik Tyagi and Cameron Green, smashing 16 runs off Green's 19th over. Suddenly, the equation was down to 14 off 6. Vibe of Aurora took the ball for the final over. After a single off the first ball, Choudhary unleashed a monstrous 6 over square leg. 2 dot balls followed, and the pressure was back on. But on the 5th ball, Choudhary played a barely believable helicopter shot over long on for 6. With 1 needed off 1, he missed a bouncer but sprinted for a leg bye to seal the win. This victory is massive for Lucknow Super Giants. They have jumped to 5th place on the points table, while KKR remains languishing at 9th. Justin Langer's preseason prediction that Chaudhary could be India's scariest finisher looks like an absolute masterstroke. Chaudhary finished with 54 off 27 balls *, hitting 7 massive sixes. Only Kieran Pollard in 2013 has scored more runs in the final 4 overs of a successful IPL chase. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every controversy as it happens. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Mukul Chaudhary should be fast-tracked into the Indian national team after this performance? And did Ajinkya Rahane make a mistake by giving the final over to Vaibhav Arora instead of an experienced head? Let us know what you think. What a game of cricket. From a controversial catch to a last-ball thriller, this match had it all. LSG have found a new superstar in Mukul Chaudhary, while KKR will be left wondering how they let an 86% winning chance slip away at home. This result keeps the race for the playoffs wide open. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind as we analyze the updated playoff scenarios. Is this the most dominant run of form we have ever seen from a young Indian batter in the IPL? Let that sink in for a moment. 3 matches, 3 Player of the Match awards. Samir Rizvi is not just playing the IPL 2026, he is absolutely owning it. While the big names struggled on a tricky, slow black soil pitch at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, one man made it look like a highway. Nobody saw this coming in the death overs, especially after Mumbai Indians thought they had enough on the board. Tonight, we saw a clinical chase, a captaincy shuffle, and a young star joining an elite list of legends. Was this the knock that officially announces Samir Rizvi as the next big thing in Indian cricket? Entering match 8 of the IPL 2026, the stakes are already high for Mumbai Indians. With Hardik Pandya out due to illness, Suryakumar Yadav steps in to lead the side. MI is looking to find their rhythm, while Delhi Capitals, led by Axar Patel, are desperate to climb the points table. The Arun Jaitley Stadium pitch is known to be slow, but today it is a black soil special, meaning the ball is stopping and turning. Both teams know that 160 could be a match-winning total here. The game begins with Delhi Capitals winning the toss and electing to bowl first. It looks like a masterstroke immediately. Mukesh Kumar starts the opening over a bit waywardly, and Ryan Rickelton punishes him with 2 boundaries. Even Rohit Sharma gets into the act against Lungi Njiti. But here is the twist. Mukesh Kumar comes back in the 3rd over and turns the game on its head. He gets Rickelton to miscue one to mid-off and follows it up with a brilliant knuckleball to remove Tilak Verma caught and bowled. From there, it is a struggle for MI. The power play is a total graveyard for boundaries. In fact, Mumbai Indians failed to hit a single 6 in the first 6 overs. The last time this happened to them was back in 2023 against CSK. With Rohit Sharma and Suryakumar Yadav in the middle, Axar Patel introduces himself. The matchup is clear, Axar versus Rohit. And the DC captain wins it again. Rohit tries to break the shackles but is caught at cover for 35 off 26 balls. Suryakumar Yadav, however, decides to fight back. He targets the spinners, launching Kuldeep Yadav for 2 massive sixes. In the company of Naman, Sky reaches his 50 off 36 balls. But just when it looks like MI will explode in the death overs, Njiti traps him LBW. Without Hardik Pandya, the MI lower order falters, managing only 38 runs in the final 5 overs. MI finish at 162 for 6. Now, the chase. Delhi Capitals start in the worst possible way. KL Rahul falls for just 1 run, caught down the leg side off Deepak Chahar. Then, Nitish Rana is run out by a sensational direct hit from Jasprit Bumrah. At 7 for 2, the Arun Jaitley Stadium crowd is stunned. But this is where it gets interesting. Padham Nissanka decides to counterattack. He takes on Mitchell Santner and Shardul Thakur, smashing a quick-fire 44 off 30 balls. But the real show starts when the impact player walks out. Enter Samir Rizvi. The game is perfectly balanced after 10 overs, with DC at 73 for 3. But Samir Rizvi decides he has seen enough. In one explosive over against Corbin Bosch, he flays the ball all over the park. A cover drive, a ramp, a cut, and a straight drive, 20 runs in the over. And he doesn't stop there. He dances down the track to Mayank Markan for back-to-back sixes to bring up a 31-ball 50. The impact of this knock is massive. Samir Rizvi made David Miller, one of the world's best finishers, look like a spectator. While Rizvi was smashing it at a strike rate near 180, Miller had only contributed 1 run to their 50-run partnership. This win boosts DC significantly on the points table, marking their second consecutive win. For MI, the lack of depth in the absence of Hardik and the failure of their spinners to contain Rizvi is a major concern moving forward. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every record-breaking performance. Now, let us know in the comments, do you think Samir Rizvi should be fast-tracked into the Indian national team for the upcoming T20 World Cup? Or is it too early to call? Tell us what you think about his 3 consecutive Player of the Match awards. What a clinical performance by Delhi Capitals. They restricted MI to a subpar total and then chased it down with 11 balls to spare, thanks to a masterclass from Samir Rizvi. His 90 off 51 balls is easily one of the best innings of the season so far. MI will need to regroup quickly, especially with their bowling looking vulnerable in the middle overs. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind as we analyze the playoff scenarios after this result. Will anyone be able to stop the Samir Rizvi juggernaut? Only time will tell. Imagine needing just 15 runs off the final 12 balls with world-class finishers at the crease. In a high-scoring IPL thriller where over 400 runs are scored at an economy of 10.35, you expect the batting side to cruise home, right? But what if I tell you that in the most critical phase of the match, the boundary ropes become invisible? Zero boundaries. Yes, you heard that right. Zero boundaries in the last 2 overs of a run chase at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Was this the most ice-cold death bowling display we have seen in IPL 2026? Rajasthan Royals take a massive gamble by batting first on a flat deck, and it all comes down to a battle of nerves between Jafar Archer, Tushar Deshpande, and the Gujarat Titans power hitters. This is not just a game, it is a masterclass in defending the indefensible. If you think you know how T20 chases end, this RR vs GT clash is here to prove you wrong. Coming into match number 9, the stakes are sky high. Gujarat Titans are playing at their fortress in Ahmedabad, looking to climb the points table. On the other hand, Rajasthan Royals are looking to prove that their bowling attack can withstand the heat of a flat pitch against a batting-heavy GT lineup. With both teams eyeing those crucial 2 points to solidify their early season momentum, the atmosphere is electric. The story begins with a brave decision. Rajasthan Royals win the toss and choose to bat. On a pitch that looks like a highway, this is a massive risk. But Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi come out with clear intentions. They do not believe in the old rules of getting your eye in. Jaiswal is a total dasher, launching Prasid Krishna for a massive 6 off a back-of-a-length delivery in the power play. The opening duo stitches a lightning-fast 70-run partnership in just 38 balls. But here is the twist. While the openers set the platform, it is Dhruv Jurel who turns the game into a nightmare for the Titans. Usually, batter. But here is the twist. While the openers set the platform, it is Dhruv Jurel who turns the game into a nightmare for the Titans. Usually, batters respect Rashid Khan, but Jurel is playing in a different dimension. He plays Rashid's wicket-to-wicket skidders with a straight bat, finding gaps that do not exist. When Jurel charges down the track to tonk Rashid for a 6 over long on, the Ahmedabad crowd is stunned. Jural finishes with a breathtaking 75 off 42 balls, while Jaiswal anchors with a solid 55. RR finish at a massive 210 for 6. Now, the chase. Gujarat Titans start with intent. Sai Sudarshan shows why he is one of the most improved technicians in the league. He ramps the express pace of Jofra Archer for 6 and dismantles Ravindra Jadeja's spin. GT are cruising at 127 for 2 in the 13th over. And then everything changed. Enter Ravi Bishnoi. In just 1 over, the leg spinner turns the match on its head. He removes the set Sai Sudarshan for 73 with a deceptive googly and follows it up by sending Washington Sundar back. Suddenly, the Titans suffer a horror collapse, losing 6 wickets in just 27 balls. And this is where it gets interesting. The tail-enders, Kagiso Rabada and Rashid Khan, refuse to give up. Rabada finds his inner all-rounder, smashing Ravi Bishnoi and Sandeep Sharma for straight hits. The equation drops to 15 runs needed off 12 balls. The momentum is back with GT. They are now the favorites again with an 81% win probability. Let that sink in for a moment. But the Rajasthan Royals death over bankers have other plans. Jofra Archer bowls the 19th over with pure venom. He targets Rabada's body with short balls and cramps Rashid for space. He concedes 0 boundaries. Now, the responsibility falls on Tushar Deshpande to defend 10 runs in the final over. Deshpande starts with a wide, but then he finds his radar. 4 consecutive pinpoint Yorkers. Rashid Khan is swinging, but he is hitting thin air. On the penultimate ball, Rashid finally gets a slot ball. He slices it towards point, but Jofra Archer is waiting. The catch is taken, and RR secure a 6-run victory. This win is huge for the Rajasthan Royals campaign. It proves they can defend totals even on batting paradises. Ravi Bishnoi's spell of 4 for 41 is the turning point, but the discipline of Archer and Deshpande in the death overs is the real story. For Gujarat Titans, this is a bitter pill to swallow. Their middle-order collapse cost them a game they had in the bag. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every tactical masterclass. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Gujarat Titans panicked in the middle overs, or was Ravi Bishnoi simply too good? And tell us, which team do you think has the best death bowling pair in IPL 2026? Let us know your thoughts below. What a game! Rajasthan Royals survive a Kagiso Rabada scare to defend 210 in a high-octane thriller. From Dhruv Jural's dominance against spin to the incredible Yorker fest in the final over, this match had it all. RR move up the table, while GT need to go back to the drawing board to fix their finishing woes. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind as we dive deep into the tactical shifts of this IPL season. Who is going to wear the orange cap next? We will find out soon. Imagine a 15-year-old kid standing at the crease. Across him is the most feared bowler in world cricket, Jasprit Bumrah. The crowd in Guwahati holds its breath. The ball is in the slot, and what does the youngster do? He launches it over the long-on boundary for a massive 6. This is not a dream. This is the IPL 2026 and the arrival of Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. But that is just the beginning of the madness. In a rain-curtailed 11-over thriller, we see records tumble, a purple cap holder tighten his grip, and a powerhouse team collapse under pressure. Was this the most clinical performance by the Rajasthan Royals in their history? Or did Mumbai Indians simply lose the plot in the Guwahati rain? This match changes everything at the top of the points table. Heavy rain at the Barsapur Cricket Stadium threatens to wash out this high-voltage clash. After a delay of over 2.5 hours, the match is reduced to a frantic 11 overs aside contest. Rajasthan Royals enter this game with a perfect record, looking to reclaim the top spot. On the other hand, Mumbai Indians are desperate to find momentum after an inconsistent start to the season. The stage is set for a sprint, not a marathon, and in a shortened game like this, every single delivery is a potential turning point. The game begins at 10:10 p.m., but the atmosphere is electric. RR openers Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi come out with only one intention: total destruction. They do not need an invitation to attack. MI makes a surprise tactical call by giving the first over to Deepak Chahar instead of Trent Bolt. Yashasvi Jaiswal punishes him immediately, ransacking 22 runs in the very first over with 4 boundaries and a 6. Then comes the moment everyone will talk about for years. The 15-year-old Vaibhav Sooryavanshi faces Jasprit Bumrah. He plays the delivery, not the reputation. After that first ball 6, he stays calm. When Jasprit Bumrah tries an off-pace delivery, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi swivels and pulls it over deep backward square leg for another maximum. By the time the 20-ball power play ends, Rajasthan Royals are cruising at 59 for 0. Here is the twist. While Vaibhav Sooryavanshi falls for a brilliant 39 off 14 balls, and AM Ghazanfar removes Dhruv Jural and Riyan Parag in quick succession, Yashasvi Jaiswal is unstoppable. He brings up his 50 in just 23 balls. He treats the MI bowling attack like a net session, clobbering Jasprit Bumrah for a straight 6 and taking Shardul Thakur to the cleaners in the final over. RR finishes with a massive 150 for 3 in just 11 overs. Let that sink in for a moment. Mumbai Indians need to chase at nearly 14 runs per over. And this is where it gets interesting. MI needs their own version of power play mayhem, but the RR bowlers have other plans. Jafra Archer strikes first, removing Ryan Rickelton. Suryakumar Yadav tries to respond with a flat 6 over fine leg off Nandre Berger, but he is deceived by a clever off-cutter just 1 ball later. Then, the ultimate heartbreak for MI fans, Rohit Sharma is pinned LBW by Sandeep Sharma. It is the 6th time Sandeep Sharma has dismissed him in 13 IPL innings. While RR was 59 for 0 in their power play, MI is reeling at 29 for 3. The chase completely falls apart as the pitch becomes tacky. This is where the impact player rule changes the game. RR brings in Ravi Bishnoi, and the purple cap holder shows exactly why he is leading the charts. He strikes twice in his first over, dismissing both Hardik Pandya and Tilak Varma. MI is reduced to 46 for 5 after 5 overs, and the game is effectively over. There is a brief spark of resistance. Naman Dur and Sherfane Rutherford put on a blistering 47-run partnership in just 17 balls. Sherfane Rutherford smashes 25 off 8, but a stunning diving catch by Sandeep Sharma at short third man ends the hope. MI finishes on 123 for 9, falling 27 runs short. This victory catapults Rajasthan Royals to the top of the IPL 2026 points table with 3 wins from 3 games. Their net run rate is soaring. For Mumbai Indians, this second successive defeat leaves them at 7th position. Their bowling concerns, especially the lack of support for AM Ghazanfar, who finished with February 21st, are now exposed. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every tactical twist, and every record-breaking performance. Now, let us know in the comments, did Hardik Pandya make a mistake by not starting with Trent Bolt or Jasprit Bumrah? And what do you think of the 15-year-old sensation Vaibhav Sooryavanshi? Is he the future of Indian cricket? Tell us which IPL team you think looks the strongest after the first 2 weeks. It was a night dominated by the youth and aggression of the Rajasthan Royals. From Vaibhav Sooryavansh's fearless hitting to Yashasvi Jaiswal's masterclass 77, RR proved they are the team to beat this season. Mumbai Indians have a lot of soul-searching to do before their next fixture. RR moves to the top, while MI stays stuck in the bottom half. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind as we dive deeper into the playoff scenarios. Can you imagine a world where the table toppers, a team on a 4-game winning streak, are reduced to 9 for 5 in just 3 overs? Let that sink in for a moment. This is not a dream, this is the pure, unadulterated madness of the IPL. We are at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, and the Rajasthan Royals are cruising, or so everyone thinks, until two debutants decide to rewrite the record books in a single night. Was this the most clinical destruction of a top order in IPL history? Stay tuned, because what happens in the first 6 overs of this chase is something you will tell your grandkids about. The Orange Army is back, and they have done it in the most sensational way possible. Coming into Match 21 of IPL 2026, the Rajasthan Royals are the team to beat. With 4 wins on the trot, RR looks invincible. On the other side, Sunrisers Hyderabad are struggling with 2 consecutive losses and a desperate need to climb the points table. The stadium is packed, the pressure is sky high, and Riyan Parag wins the toss, opting to bowl first. It looks like a standard high-stakes encounter, but the script is about to take a wild turn. Here is what happened at the start. Jofra Archer does what Jofra Archer does best, he strikes with his very first ball. Abhishek Sharma tries to charge him but only manages a thick edge to deep third. It is a dream start for the Royals. Travis Head looks a bit scratchy, struggling to find his rhythm during a run-a-ball 18. But then, the stadium witnesses a transformation. Ishan Kishan and Heinrich Klaassen come together, and suddenly, the ball starts disappearing into the Hyderabad night sky. They put on a blistering 88-run partnership off just 39 balls. Kishan is in a different zone, hitting 8 fours and 6 sixes. He brings up his half-century off just 30 balls with a monstrous slog sweep off Ravi Bishnoi. But here is the twist. Just when Kishan looks set for a century, Sandeep Sharma gets him for a magnificent 91 off 44 balls. Despite missing the milestone, the damage is done. Klaassen chips in with a solid 40, and late cameos from Nitish Kumar Reddy and Salil Arora ensure that SRH finishes with a massive 216 for 6. The Orange Army has set a target that requires RR to play at a run rate of 10.85 from the get-go. And this is where it gets interesting. SRH coach and captain make a brave call, they hand the new ball to 2 debutants, Praful Hinge and Saqib Hussain. What follows is absolute carnage. Praful Hinge, the 24-year-old from Vidarbha, steps up for the first over of the chase. First ball. He bangs it in, and Vaibhav Suryavanshi top-edges a pull to the keeper for a golden duck. 2 balls later, the informed Dhruv Jural chops one onto his stumps. And to cap off the greatest first over in IPL history, Luandre Pretorius flicks one straight to long leg. 3 wickets in the first over. No bowler in 18 years of the IPL has ever done this on debut. The nightmare is not over for RR. From the other end, Saqib Hussain joins the party. He sends the dangerous Yashasvi Jaiswal back for just 2 runs. Then, Hinge comes back in the 3rd over to remove the skipper Riyan Parag. Just like that, Rajasthan is reeling at 9 for 5. The top 5 batters of the table toppers contribute a total of just 5 runs. The match feels over before the power play is even finished. But wait, there is a flicker of hope. Donovan Ferreira and Ravindra Jadeja decide they aren't going down without a fight. They put on an incredible 118-run stand. Ferreira is particularly aggressive, smashing a 69 off 35 balls, taking a liking to the spinners. Jadeja plays the anchor with a gritty 45. For a moment, RR fans start believing in a miracle. However, the required rate is climbing toward 16 runs per over, and the pressure is relentless. The significance of this win for SRH cannot be overstated. They have snapped a losing streak and done it against the best team in the tournament so far. The impact player rule wasn't even the headline, it was the raw talent of Hinge and Saqib. Hinge finishes with 4 for 34, and Saqib is even more economical with 4 for 24. Together, the debutants take 8 wickets. This victory catapults SRH up the points table and sends a message to every other franchise: ignore the Orange Army at your own peril. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, with deep dives into every record-breaking performance, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every controversy. Now, let us know in the comments, is Praful Hinja's opening over the greatest debut performance in IPL history? And tell us, do you think RR can recover from this shocking collapse to win the title? SRH posts a massive 216, and then two rookies completely dismantle the RR batting order to seal a 57-run victory. Rajasthan's winning streak is over, and the IPL 2026 race just got a lot more crowded. SRH fans, celebrate this one, because your team just made history. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind with a deep dive into the playoff qualification scenarios. Imagine having the greatest swing bowler in Indian history running in at you under the lights of the Ekana Stadium. Imagine the pressure of a home crowd screaming for a wicket. Mohammad Shami is steaming in, the ball is moving, and he is making the world's best batters look like amateurs. But then, it happens. 1 over. 6 deliveries. And the entire momentum of the match is snatched away in a flurry of boundaries. Was this the moment Lucknow Super Giants lost the plot, or was it much earlier in the middle overs? Today, we are breaking down a clinical masterclass from the Gujarat Titans that has left LSG fans questioning everything. This is a story of a purple cap holder making a statement and a chase that turned into a one-way street. Let that sink in for a moment. The Lucknow fortress has been breached, and the way it happened will surprise you. We are at Match 19 of IPL 2026. The venue is the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Stadium. LSG is looking to defend their home turf, sitting in a position where every point matters for the points table. GT, on the other hand, is coming off a tense win against Delhi Capitals and looking to make it 2-2. The pitch looks tricky, the bounce is slightly uneven, and everyone expects a low-scoring thriller. LSG wins the toss and chooses to bat, hoping to put a total that their spinners can defend. Here is what happened when the action began. Kagiso Rabada starts the proceedings for GT, and Mitchell Marsh welcomes him with 10 runs off the first 2 balls. The crowd is up, the energy is high, but Rabada is a world-class operator. He pulls his length back, and Marsh chips it straight to mid-on. A huge blow early on. Rishabh Pant walks out to the middle, looking to take the attack to the bowlers. He finds a couple of boundaries, but Mohammad Siraj is bowling a heavy ball today. Nine runs needed from the final 6 balls. The ball is in Jaydeva Nadkat's hand. The atmosphere at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium is electric, but for Rishabh Pant, the pressure is at an all-time high. He is struggling, he is not finding the middle of the bat, and the game is hanging by a thread. Is this where Lucknow Super Giants fall short again, or can their captain pull off a miracle? Nobody saw this coming in the death overs. After a match defined by a legendary opening spell from Mohammad Shami and a record-breaking rescue act from Sunrisers Hyderabad, it all comes down to this final over drama. This is not just another match, this is the story of how LSG finally opened their account in IPL 2026 in the most nail-biting fashion possible. This story matters because it shifts the entire momentum of the points table for both teams. Entering this 10th match of IPL 2026, Sunrisers Hyderabad and Lucknow Super Giants are both desperate for momentum. SRH is playing at their home ground in Hyderabad, looking to defend their fortress. Meanwhile, LSG is searching for their first win of the season after a shaky start. With both teams having explosive lineups, the head-to-head record suggests a high-scoring thriller, but the pitch today has other plans. The stage is set for a tactical battle where every run is worth its weight in gold. Here is what happened at the start of the match. Rishabh Pant wins the toss and decides to put Sunrisers Hyderabad in to bat first. It looks like a standard decision, but Mohammad Shami turns it into a masterclass. Playing against his former team, Shami is absolutely clinical. On the very last ball of his opening over, he bowls a deceptive off-cutter. Abhishek Sharma tries to navigate it but only manages to find the fielder at short third man. SRH is rocked early at 4 for 1. But wait, Shami is not done yet. With the first ball of his second over, he produces another slower ball that completely outfoxes Travis Head. Aiden Markram completes a brilliant diving catch at mid-off, and just like that, the SRH openers are back in the dugout for cheap scores. The power play is a nightmare for the home side. Prince Yadav joins the party, uprooting Ishan Kishan's off-stump with a sharp in-swinger. When Liam Livingstone falls to a freak catch by Rishabh Pant off Digvesh Reddy's bowling, Sunrisers Hyderabad are reeling at 26 for 4 in the 8th over. Let that sink in for a moment. At the halfway mark, after 10 overs, SRH is struggling at 35 for 4. This is the 4th lowest total by any team at the 10-over mark in IPL history. They have hit only 1-4 and 1-6 in 60 balls. The crowd is silent, and it looks like a complete collapse is on the cards. And this is where it gets interesting. For the second game in a row, the duo of Heinrich Klaasen and Nitish Kumar Reddy stands tall. They realize they cannot go for big shots immediately on this surface. They rebuild slowly, then suddenly, the switch is flipped. In a span of just 5 overs, they plunder 79 runs. Klaasen survives a drop on 19 and goes on to smash a 50 in 33 balls. Nitish Kumar Reddy is even faster, reaching his half-century in just 30 balls. But here is the twist. Just when SRH looks poised for a 170-plus total, the LSG death over specialists strike back. M. Siddharth gets ready for 56, and Avesh Khan removes Klaasen for 62 as he attempts a reverse lap. The momentum is sucked right out of the innings. SRH loses 5 wickets in the final 4 overs, managing only 33 runs to finish at 156 for 9. The chase begins with Aiden Markram taking the attack to the SRH bowlers. He smashes 45 off 27 balls, including 2 fours and a 6 in 1 Jaydev Unadkat over. LSG reaches 53 for 1 in the power play, looking comfortable. However, the pitch slows down, making stroke play difficult. Markram falls, and suddenly the SRH spinners, led by Harsh Dubey, start tightening the screws. Ayush Badoni is stumped, and Nicholas Pooran is run out after a massive mix-up with Ishan Kishan. The IPL 2026 points table is flashing before everyone's eyes. If LSG loses this, they stay at the bottom. Rishabh Pant is at the crease, but he is not his usual explosive self. He is finding it hard to time the ball. With 43 runs needed from the final 5 overs, the game is on a knife edge. Harshal Patel bowls a brilliant 19th over, conceding only 4 runs. It comes down to 9 runs off the final over. Jaydev Unadkat vs Rishabh Pant. On the first ball, Pant finds his range, drilling a full delivery past the bowler for 4. The next ball is a slower one, but Pant swats it down the ground for another boundary. The scores are level. After 2 dot balls that heighten the tension, Pant lofts the ball over mid-off to seal the victory. This win is massive for Lucknow Super Giants. They earn 2 valuable points and prove they can win even when their captain isn't at his most fluent. For SRH, it is a bitter pill to swallow as their death bowling let them down after a brilliant recovery. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, every controversy. We want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Sunrisers Hyderabad made a mistake by not playing more aggressively in the middle overs? Or was Mohammad Shami's spell of 2 for 9 simply too good to handle? Tell us, which IPL team do you think wins the title this year? So, LSG finally gets a W on the board thanks to a gritty 68 from Rishabh Pant and a masterclass from Mohammad Shami. SRH will need to go back to the drawing board after failing to defend 156 at home. This result keeps the mid-table battle wide open as we head into the next set of fixtures. Stay tuned because our next video is going to blow your mind. Imagine having the greatest swing bowler in Indian history running in at you under the lights of the Akana Stadium. Imagine the pressure of a home crowd screaming for a wicket. Mohammad Shami is steaming in, the ball is moving, and he is making the world's best batters look like amateurs. But then, it happens. 1 over. 6 deliveries. And the entire momentum of the match is snatched away in a flurry of boundaries. Was this the moment Lucknow Super Giants lost the plot, or was it much earlier in the middle overs? Today, we are breaking down a clinical masterclass from the Gujarat Titans that has left LSG fans questioning everything. This is a story of a purple cap holder making a statement and a chase that turned into a one-way street. Let that sink in for a moment. The Lucknow fortress has been breached, and the way it happened will surprise you. We are at Match 19 of IPL 2026. The venue is the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Akana Stadium. LSG is looking to defend their home turf, sitting in a position where every point matters for the points table. GT, on the other hand, is coming off a tense win against Delhi Capitals and looking to make it 2-2. The pitch looks tricky, the bounce is slightly uneven, and everyone expects a low-scoring thriller. LSG wins the toss and chooses to bat, hoping to put a total that their spinners can defend. Here is what happened when the action began. Kagiso Rabada starts the proceedings for GT, and Mitchell Marsh welcomes him with 10 runs off the first 2 balls. The crowd is up, the energy is high, but Rabada is a world-class operator. He pulls his length back, and Marsh chips it straight to mid-on. A huge blow early on. Rishabh Pant walks out to the middle, looking to take the attack to the bowlers. He finds a couple of boundaries, but Mohammad Siraj is bowling a heavy ball today. A sharp, hard-length delivery catches the splice of Pant's bat, and it lobs to mid-off. LSG is reeling at 45 for 2 inside the power play. But here is the twist. Just when Aiden Markram looks to settle the ship with an imperious flick, Prasid Krishna enters the attack. Markram is batting on 30 off 21 balls, looking like the only man who understands the pace of this deck. He attempts another flick, it narrowly misses a diving fielder, but 3 balls later, he picks out deep mid-wicket perfectly. Prasid Krishna is just getting started. In his next over, he removes Ayush Badoni in almost identical fashion. LSG slumps to 74 for 4 in the 9th over. And this is where it gets interesting. The big man, Nicholas Pooran, arrives. But this isn't the version of Pooran that destroys bowling attacks. He looks scratchy. He is searching for form. He survives a run-out chance early on when Ashok Sharma misses all 3 stumps from short cover. Pooran tries to break the shackles by hitting Rashid Khan for back-to-back 6s, but the joy is short-lived. Prasid Krishna comes back, bowls a heavy, into-the-pitch delivery, and Pooran flat bats it straight to Shubman Gill at mid-off. He departs for 19 off 21. Late cameos from George Linda and a 12-run flourish from Mohammad Shami pushed the score to 164 for 8. On a dry Akana wicket, it feels like a fighting total. But let's be honest, 6 overs into the first innings, it becomes evident that LSG is at least 30 to 40 runs short of a par score. Now, let's talk about the man of the hour, Prasid Krishna. He finishes with sensational figures of 4 for 28. He is blending typical test match lengths with sharp pace-off variations. With this performance, he officially takes the purple cap, moving to 10 wickets in the tournament. His ability to strike at crucial intervals is the reason GT is dominating. Then comes the chase. This was billed as the mini-battle, Mohammad Shami vs Shubman Gill. The veteran versus the current national captain. Shami is brilliant in his first 2 overs, conceding only 10 runs. But in the 3rd over, Gill decides enough is enough. He peels off 3 4s and a 6. That 6 is a thing of beauty, lofted straight over Shami's head. With that innings, Shubman Gill crosses the 4,000-run mark in the IPL. But wait, there is a massive turning point in the field. Jos Buttler is on 12 when he nicks one behind off Digvesh Reddy. Rishabh Pant drops a regulation catch. If you give a player like Buttler a second life, you pay the price. He goes on to smash 60 off 37 balls, hitting 11 boundaries. He brings up his 50th half-century in T20s off just 29 balls. The chase is now a mere formality. If you want IPL coverage like this every single day, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover every match, every twist, and every controversy. But before we move on, I want to hear from you. Do you think Rishabh Pant's dropped catch of Jos Buttler was the exact moment the match ended for LSG? Or was the batting order to blame for not reaching 180? Let us know in the comments, we are reading every single one. To wrap things up, Gujarat Titans finished the game in 18.4 overs, winning by 7 wickets. They were superior in every department. Prasid Krishna's 4-wicket haul and the Gill-Buttler partnership of 84 runs made this look easy. For LSG, this is a wake-up call. Their middle order needs to find fluency, and their fielding must improve if they want to